Hello, boys and girls. I'm going to read the last two chapters of Amelia Bedelia Goes Wild. I'm excited to finish the book, are you? I hope you remember all the good things that happened in the chapters before these two. Well, we're finally going to find out how the zoo is and whether it was a success. So, Chapter 14 Monkey Business. Ooh, I wonder. Real monkey or I don't know. Monkey business can be just kind of playing around, how kids play around. It's just monkey business. Doesn't mean anything. Or maybe that real monkey shows up. Let's see. Amelia Bedelia's father called the zoo immediately to let them know that their lost monkey had been found. Her mother and Mrs. Shock kept the other kids back while Amelia Bedelia baby stepped toward it, banana in hand. Remember that little monkey sat in the car seat of Amelia Bedelia's? And he was sleeping. Oh, no, he wasn't. I'm sorry, it pays to look a little closer. He's honking the horn. Beep, beep. He's happy as long as he's eating bananas, said Amelia Bedelia. Her mother raced to the kitchen and brought back every banana she had. In minutes, a team from the zoo rushed into the driveway carrying nets and a travel crate. When they saw their monkey in a car seat, happily munching on a banana, they relaxed a bit. The television news team arrived soon after that, and then the director of the city zoo. Amelia Bedelia posed with both monkeys, the real one and the one from the gift shop. Then she handed a banana to the real monkey, and everyone saw how he peeled it. The news team interviewed Amelia Bedelia and her friends, filmed their pets, and toured the exhibits. Wow, that's pretty good, huh? A reporter interviewed the zoo director about the backyard zoo and Mrs. Shock about all the great things her students had done. I love these Bee and Animal exhibits, said the director. This is just what our zoo needs. He invited Mrs. Shock and her class back to the zoo to talk about their ideas. Mrs. Shock turned to Amelia Bedelia. Here is the person with the imagination, she said. Congratulations, Amelia Bedelia. I will have to eat crow. Please don't, said Amelia Bedelia. I'd rather have crow in my zoo than in your stomach. Finally, it was time to take the monkey back to the zoo. Amelia Bedelia sat down beside him and gave him one last banana. He peeled it in a flash, but instead of gobbling it down, he offered it to her. Isn't that nice? Eating crow means you said something like, oh, to your friend, like, oh, that will never work. And your friend makes it work. So you have to eat crow because what you said didn't come out the way you thought. So that's what they mean. There goes the banana. Thanks, she said, for everything. She patted him on top of his head. It felt warm and his hair was wiry, not like her toy monkey. Good night, little monkey, she said, Beep, beep. Oh, and now we come to the last chapter of the book. Grim and Bear It. Wonder what that means. Amelia Bedelia couldn't believe it. She had returned a missing monkey to the real zoo she had created with all of her friends, a great backyard zoo. And her teacher had actually liked it. But now it was all over. As people began leaving, Roger came up to her. "Georgie's almost defrosted," he said. "Can we have his funeral now? Remember who Georgie was?" "Ah, the gecko, that's right." "Sure," said Amelia Bedelia. "You can take him home." "Can we bury him in your backyard?" said Roger. "Georgie likes it here." Amelia Bedelia understood. She got a trowel from the garage and dug a good-sized hole so that what was left of the block of ice would fit next to an azalea bush. We'll put a mound of dirt on top and plant some flowers," she said. Roger nodded. "Amelia Bedelia, would you please say a few words about Georgie?" Amelia Bedelia did not expect that. Georgie hadn't been her pet. But then she thought, why not? After learning about the animals, thinking like a monkey, and building a zoo, Amelia Bedelia was pretty qualified. When I said Amelia Bedelia went to get a trowel, there it is, right there, just a little hand shovel. A little shovel you can hold in your hand, that's a trowel. The only thing that bothered her was that after all the fun they had, now they were having a funeral. But Roger was her friend. She shrugged and said what her grandmother always said. "Oh, well, that's life." Everyone was still in Amelia Bedelia's backyard. Kids and parents and pets gathered around. Amelia Bedelia cleared her throat and began. Roger's pet gecko, Georgie, came from Madagascar. It's a big island next to Africa. So Georgie was far from home when he passed away. He was little, but he was an amazing, colorful, complicated animal. Roger really loved him, and when he died, Roger kept Georgie in a cold, dark place until he could give him a funeral like he deserved. But first, Georgie spent today teaching kids about animals. Now he's ready to rest. I'll plant forget-me-nots on top of you because none of us will ever forget you, Georgie. Amelia Bedelia turned to Roger, who was holding the block of ice. Roger did another thing that Amelia Bedelia did not expect. He gave Georgie a kiss. No one looked away or squirmed or thought, ew. Roger just kissed a dead lizard. Did you think that? No, this was a last kiss goodbye. Goodbye and thank you. Goodbye forever, my friend. Some kids began to sniffle. Some grown-up eyes glistened. Even people who had never had a pet were moved by Amelia Bedelia and what she said. What was true for Georgie was true for all animals. They were all amazing miracles, just like Georgie had been. There was nothing left to say, but no one felt like leaving either. Everybody just wanted to stay right there next to one another. Amelia Bedelia's mother gave her a hug. "Nice job, sweetie. I'll go get some snacks. Your friends can hang out here until the cows come home. Moo! A truck was backing into the driveway. The sides were painted with fruits and vegetables and a sign that read, Uncle Fred's Farm. Moo! A cow gazed down at them. Moo! Amelia Bedelia's father ran up to her and loudly whispered, I thought you were kidding about canceling the cow. I was, said Amelia Bedelia. I didn't order a cow. Wade's Uncle Fred got out of the truck and introduced himself. Just stopped by to pick up my nephew and my sheep, he said. I can loan you Gertrude here if you'd like to have a cow. That won't be necessary, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. My husband has had a cow every day this week. Uncle Fred chuckled. Amelia Bedelia had no idea what her mother meant. She figured that her father's cows must be with his goat. As Uncle Fred loaded the sheep into his truck, Amelia Bedelia's father said, I'll miss that fuzzy lawnmower. Now I have to mow the grass again. That night after supper, Amelia Bedelia and her parents sat outside on the patio with Finally, who still smelled a little bit like a skunk. Looking out over their backyard, they recalled all the fun and excitement of the zoo and the days leading up to it. Oops, let's go. Yeah, there we go. Amelia Bedelia, said her mother, I just have one question. Why is there a banana on your windowsill? Amelia Bedelia laughed. She laughed so hard that she could not stop. Soon her parents were laughing too. That was a wild time, said Amelia Bedelia's father. I already miss it, said Mother. You do, said Amelia Bedelia. Me too, said her father. I told the director how you didn't get to go on the field trip to the zoo. We're meeting him tomorrow. He's taking the three of us on a VIP tour. Amelia Bedelia jumped up and yelled, Thank you, Daddy! Family hug! It was the wildest family hug ever. And that is the end of the story. If you ever go walk by this book in the library, it has the squirrels and the pythons and the hawks, mice, sheep, skunks, and geckos. And next to the picture, I don't think you can see it too well. Next to the picture, it tells you about that animal. I'm not going to read it all, but if you're curious, look in the library or see if maybe this book is at Dysart Community Center. You never know. And take a peek. Well, this has been fun. Next time when you see me, I'll be reading another book, but not a chapter book. Sometimes they get too long. So I'm going to surprise you with a book. Have a good day. Bye-bye.